London's buses. They're not just transport, they're legends on wheels. But for transport enthusiasts or bus spotters, it's not all smooth rides. Surely, tracking rare models and snapping that perfect photo is exciting, but it can mean long waits in the cold, chasing buses that never show up, and explaining to confused passersby why you're photographing a random number plate. And with timetable changes, route cuts, and new tech replacing the old favourites, it's a constant race to capture history before it's gone. But when you're out filming buses, you quickly realise it's not just about the vehicles, it's about the whole environment. The rumble of traffic, the rush of passengers, the little unexpected moments that happen when you're waiting for that perfect shot. Sometimes, the most memorable parts of the day aren't even the buses themselves, they're the surprises along the way. It was last year, an incident I'll never forget. I had simply paused at Muswell Hill to take a picture of the 43 bus. Nothing more. But in an instant, the atmosphere changed. The driver became visibly upset, demanding that I delete the video immediately, even though she couldn't be seen in the footage at all. I showed her the image, calmly explaining that there was no issue, but she wouldn't relent.
Yeah? No, so I have a channel where I film buses. I photo and video buses for my YouTube channel.
But you shouldn't be taking our pictures.
You don't fit in it because there's fog anyways. You can't even see you anyways in the photo.
No, but you shouldn't do that without the people's permission. It's against the law anyway.
But the TFL says
You
it's okay.
shouldn't be recording. I don't care what TFL says. You shouldn't be recording us.
Like, if you don't care what TFO says, why are you working for them in the first place?
No recording
Not
you.
without permission, especially to put it on YouTube or whatever.
Okay then, so
It's not fair on us middle families as well. And some people are very private. So can you please delete that?
okay, I'll delete it.
I want to see you delete.
Funny thing is, after this happened, I reported it to the Metroline website, but they didn't respond to me at all. No phone call, no email whatsoever. How strange. Then, later, in June 2025, on Route 368, when the route got BD11s, it happened again. Another driver confronted me for filming the bus. A brief tense interaction you can still see in my other recording. The bus. What's she on about? Like, well, I'm filming the bus, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. She does. First day of 368 again, electrics. I don't know, she's like that. Yeah. Let's find the bus because electric in the first day of new electrics. Alright then, so it's not illegal though. The audio is quite muffled, but in a nutshell, she's just saying, why are you filming for? I'm like, I'm not filming you, I'm filming the bus. And they started to just go around this, how it's illegal, like, it doesn't make sense. It was an unsettling experience that left me questioning how something so innocent could provoke such hostility. And every now and then, those little interactions take a turn. What starts as a normal day of filming can suddenly become, let's just say a lot more unpleasant. You may have thought that these interactions were bad, but what if I was to tell you that wasn't the worst of interactions? We all know that the EM 400 Trident buses that are in London are currently endangered and are set to be withdrawn anytime soon. So with this, I covered a variety of bus routes across South and East London. With go ahead by filming a few visuals and journeys on them, etc. So that I can have them as memories. For example, I did this with the 104 and 269. I also saw that E115 was on the 178, a route that I wanted to do on an Infrared 400 Trident. I decided to go to QE Hospital to film a journey of the route towards Woolwich, so then I can then do a visual towards Lewisham. I walked to the first bus stop of the route towards Lewisham, aka Caldwell Street. Once I get there, the driver confronts me at the first bus stop. This is how the dialogue goes. In summary, at this stage, she confronts me about what I'm doing. I stay calm and collected, and then I tell her that I have a YouTube channel where I film bus videos, and I do this for a hobby, where I show route learning videos for drivers, for bus enthusiasts, and for general people alike. I told her I was not filming her directly at all. I said I was filming the bus routes and a journey where no one's face could be seen from, period. I considered her a privacy request, even though she wasn't in any of the footage anyways. She says, okay, I walk upstairs, I mind my business, and I do my recording of the route, as many bus users have done without any issues. I then, from the visual, despite somewhat setbacks with the fire brigade at Kidbrook and the traffic in Lewisham, I managed to get to do the visual anyways. As I'm done with filming the route, I hop out the bus, I walk down the stairs, and then she tells me to come to the front. 12:38.
Hey, come to fun.
Right.
You can't film in his bus.
Excuse me? I can film. It's not against the law.
No, you need permission.
No, I don't. Filming buses is not illegal, and I don't need permission.
Well, you need an ID then. Show me ID to film.
An ID? That's not required at all. I'm just recording the route from the top deck, facing outwards. It's my hobby.
For your hobby? Don't make me laugh. Stop lying about what you do.
I never lied. I never said I work for a transport company. I just film routes. That's all.
Take the video. All of it.
What? That's over an hour long of footage. My time, my journey.
Delete it. Now. You won't leave it until you do. I can't have you running up and down and filming me.
I wasn't even filming it at all. I was filming the bus route. You're holding me here against my will. You can't do this.
Delete the video. I'm not moving until you do. I can't have you running up and down recording buses.
There. It's gone. Happy now?
You're lying. You didn't delete it.
I did. You watched me. It's gone. You saw me delete the footage.
Give me your name. Surname too.
Why should I? Where's your running number?
Just give me your name and I'll pull you to the garage.
Will put me to who? You won't even give me your own details. Thanks to you, my recording is gone. My time, money, and effort wasted. I came all the way from northwest London to Woolwich to film this route, and you waited an hour only to force me to delete it.
That's your problem.
So in essence, I was forcibly prevented from leaving a bus for 15 minutes straight whilst being held against my will. During this time, I was made to delete my hour-long video footage that I recorded of the 178. The driver did not disclose her own identity or bus running number. She questioned me about deleting the video so many times and threatened to report me. I mean, yes, I could have reported to the police myself, but you're wondering why I haven't. This is because I personally went through a similar situation myself. In December 2022, I was finishing up a visual on the 307 back when it was with Metroline. This was a few days before the route transitioned back to Arriva. I was taking the overground from Southbury to Liverpool Street to take the Metropolitan line towards Harrow. In essence, I was profiled by a police officer that stopped me when I was interchanging from the overground section to the London Underground section. I was essentially being held against my own will, and I was asked about where I was going. And since I knew the whole thing was rubbish, I decided to pull out my phone and record the situation and confrontation. Since I've done nothing wrong at all costs, he approaches me, and as I do so, he tries to cover his green camera part. In summary, once I made a complaint, I was hit back with a 6-page letter by the initials of RH and investigator AH, of which I will not go into detail in, as it reveals a lot of my personal details. I will share this when I'm ready, but I can show you a bit of the information, basically labeling the police officer that stopped me as a good guy, and basically what happened to me was well deserved. Yes, so even me being held against my own will by a police officer, and for them to cover him up after I made a complaint, I decided that reporting it to the police is not a viable path for me, and I refuse to associate myself with them, only in God forbid life and death. Corruption in plain sight. This was the reason why I decided to go to TFL instead. It was unfortunate at the time I didn't know how to question him back and ask for his name and badge number, which is probably the reason why I was exploited, and being a minor at the time as well didn't help. I'm not going to go into details or whether it was because about my race or not, although I do believe it played a huge factor in this. Moving over to this incident, I want it to be made clear, no crime was committed on my part. I am a law-abiding citizen with no criminal record, and I take pride in ensuring that my actions remain fully within the boundaries of the law. I will never jeopardize that integrity. Yet, I find myself under scrutiny for something as harmless and entirely legal as filming buses in open spaces, a hobby that is neither disruptive or unlawful. It's hard not to notice the inconsistency here. Every day, genuine offences occur across the public transport network. Acts of vandalism, fare evasion, passengers breaking barriers, and even verbal abuse towards staff. These are real violations that threaten safety, damage property, and undermine the integrity of the system. But somehow, my choir respecting filming of buses is being framed as suspicious, inappropriate, or even hateful. The contrast is staggering. There seems to be a deeply misplaced focus here. If someone simply observing or recording public infrastructure is treated as a threat, or actual antisocial behavior is being tolerated and ignored, then it raises troubling questions about how judgment and enforcement are being applied. It's disappointing to say the least, to feel unfairly singled out, while those who actually harm the system face far less resistance. I have deliberately chosen not to report this matter directly to the bus garage, because quite frankly, I'm not naive about how situations can often unfold, and I've been made aware through previous incidents and conversations that there are instances where drivers are quick to shield one another, or complaints seem to conveniently disappear into thin air. I felt it would be more productive to raise this through TFL that might actually take this issue seriously, rather than risk it being quietly dismissed or buried, as it has happened to me before. A couple of hours after this, I sent in a formal complaint onto the TFL website stating what had happened thoroughly in detail. With what I provided, it would take 10 working days to respond. 2.5 weeks go by and nothing happens at all. So I called them on the phone on the 18th of August and explained everything to them so that they can take swift action as well. As I'm editing this video, an interesting article came on my feed involving a shocking incident on a London bus that has led to a driver being suspended and investigated for alleged anti-Semitic abuse after detaining a passenger on board. David Abraham travelling on the 67 bus along Stamford Hill when he accidentally dropped his bank card into the driver's cab whilst tapping on. Instead of the driver simply returning it, the driver allegedly refused to hand back the card and told Mr. Abraham he looked like a Mossad agent and that he didn't like Jewish people. As the argument escalated, other passengers exited the bus, but Mr. Abraham says he was effectively trapped inside for almost an hour. He didn't want to step out without his bank card. Video footage shows him crying and pleading with the driver, stating that he didn't feel safe and didn't understand why he was being treated in such a manner. Eventually, the police arrived and retrieved his bank card. Transport for London later confirmed that the driver had been suspended, whilst investigations by both TFL, Arriva and the police continue. The case is now being treated as a reported hate crime incident and is still under investigation as of November 2025. When I first saw the title of this video, my immediate thought was about what happened to me on the 178 when a woman driver kept me inside the bus after she became upset about me filming buses. Well, the details are different. The feeling of being trapped, powerless, and confused in a public space is similar and shows why proper conduct, training, and accountability for drivers are so important. This serves as a reminder. Passengers have rights. Discrimination is unacceptable, and no one should be left feeling unsafe and unfairly treated on public transport. I also came across another rude, random train staff member who was off shift. This was at Bond Street Station westbound platform around 3 weeks ago. I just started filming an incoming train when a staff member marched straight toward me, clearly annoyed. She demanded to know what I was doing and immediately insisted that filming trains was illegal after I told us not. So I'm filming for the train. Why? What? It doesn't say it's illegal.
Sorry?
It's not illegal. It doesn't say it's illegal.
It is. You're not allowed to do that.
By what law?
It's not. You're not allowed to do that. By London Underground.
We can take pictures or not?
You can't take pictures from the underground.
No?
You need permission to do that.
First time I said it.
When I asked what rule I was breaking, by what law, I said. She didn't give anything specific. Just said she'd known it wasn't allowed. Like, even a random bystander was even stunned as to why it might have been illegal when it wasn't. I stopped recording to avoid making it into a big scene, and then she backed off. I was left standing there, wondering how filming a train had caused so much drama. At the end of the day, situations like these can feel intimidating, exhausting, and honestly unfair. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm learning to stand up for myself, even when it feels draining, because nobody should feel powerless on public transport or anywhere else they commute or interchange at. And before I end this video, I want to give a real shout out to LJ07 Ray, a YouTuber I've been watching for years. Seeing him handle difficult bus drivers, challenge misinformation, and stay firm even when people try to push him around has genuinely inspired me. His videos reminded me that I have the right to speak up, the right to defend myself, and the right not to be silenced by people who claim to know everything when they do not, and when they don't. So going forward, I'm staying strong, staying aware, and most importantly, standing up for myself, no matter how tough it feels in the moment.